So today I'm going to talk about the Essential Vegan Cookbook. Vegan Keto. It's not great, honestly. It's the kind of thing, it's put out by Roldell, it's not bad. But it's the sort of thing that I probably would have ended up going for in my 20s or something like that. There's a lot of, it's pretty soy based, so, and we're just having some vegetable soup in. He's having it in sourdough. I'm having half a cup in here because I'm not feeling great. So
cup of soup.
I don't think I can handle more than half a cup right now. Maybe not even that. I don't know. Anyway, but it's actually easy to go ketogenic and vegan at the same time. But not with this cookbook. Just start sprouting things. If you want to, even if you just want to lose a few pounds on a vegan diet, if you start eating more sprouted foods, especially the like sprouted lentils and stuff, it's going to be like high in protein and very, very little carbohydrates left, and there's going to be almost nothing. So just start sprouting. It's really easy. And I was going to bring out some sprout soup to show you, but honestly I do not feel like that. Right now broth is good. So anyway, and I'm going to talk about this series, The Truth About Cancer, Global Quest by Bollinger, and you have probably heard of him before. I've read at least one book by him, and I have to admit, not very well written, but I think that what he's doing is great.
He's given a forum to people who otherwise wouldn't have much of a forum.
And it's what's needed. You know, people need to actually talk about cancer, talk about the treatments that are going on, and
the mistreatments and maltreatments.
Yeah, and try to figure something out publicly, and he's doing that, so that's great.
You know, people have got to start talking. So when doctors start yipping and yapping about Dr. Google, people will actually be able to answer them and say, "Well, you're no better than Dr. Google yourself. Yeah. You're probably worse."
So anyway, where I left off is the second thing. We'll see how far I want to go today. I'm pretty tired. Dr. Robert Gorder, MD, PhD, in Cologne Clinic in Germany. He did training in Netherlands and Switzerland, was given 3 months to live when diagnosed with cancer, but he improved immune function. He did mistletoe injection and hyperthermia treatment up to 40 degrees Celsius, and his cancer disappeared 43 years ago. Development of dendritic cells migrate through body and inform natural killer cells to kill the cancer cells they detect. They detect more than just one bad guy. He calls them policeman cells. Dendritic production of lactic acid tripled, pH down, no side effects, flu-like symptoms 2 to 3 hours later, but feel fine again quickly. Fever is often portrayed as the cause of illness, but the only way to activate immune system is through fever. Little kids who have fevers suppressed do not develop immune system properly and end up with allergies, and teens, etc. Childhood diseases have fever in common. It's needed that children get fever. 30% of all teens today have some kind of allergy. 50 years ago, allergies were very rare. Cancer is on the rise and comes at earlier age now. The trillions of dollars that went into cancer research since 1950 has not cured the cancer. Some amount of people die now, same amount die now as then. Without nice circadian rhythm, they are more at risk. Body temperature goes up and down over time. Sleep patterns, nutrition down. Too many antibiotics prescribed. Headphones, game, iPod, barred sense perception. Children taller and thinner and have more back problems today. children get infections to produce fevers. Fewer storks. Oh well, you saw that vegan cookbook. That's all you needed to see.
Yeah, nature was making its critical review.
Don't worry about it. I'll get it later. Now you see a close-up of James's bum in the camera.
Oh. I think they saw more of the party. Anyway, I put it clean side down.
That's good. It's clean where it's all pretty much.
Well, that's probably
It is pretty clean. Fewer storks have been returning to Europe because they're being eaten in the Nile when they migrate south for the winter. They also use cannabis. Not the storks. That's at the treatment center. I needed a new paragraph there or something.
Yeah. That's what was wiping
That's
them
what the storks need, is to use cannabis, and then they won't feel so bad about getting eaten in the Nile. Uses electromagnetic field over an hour, like a microwave, to treat brain cancer. Seaman built the machine. It increases temperature of cancer cell to 43 degrees and causes the cancer cell to make more lactic acid, which lowers pH and cancer cells collapse. Normal cells are unaffected, contraindicated for those with pacemaker. EM field built up between two electrodes. Blood taken out, treated with ozone, and then put back into body. Total body hyperthermia, giving body a good sweat. Blood heated and circulated, so after 2 hours they heated and then left to cool off for 1 hour, and then they take a shower, and then patients are vaccinated with dendritic cells. This brings on fever state to activate immune system. The cancer cells drop camouflage when they've put all of their energy into trying to survive. When they release so much lactic acid, now they are visible to the dendritic cells and immune system and are easily destroyed by one's own immune system. Josh Axe DNMDC-CNS. Oil of oregano and frankincense oil, high in boswellia or boswellic acid, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, shrinks tumors and is effective against breast, prostate, blah 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 cancers. Chemo can't pass through blood-brain barrier, but frankincense molecules are very small, so they can pass through blood-brain barrier. Dr. Terry Harmon, DC. Spine alignment up to treating cancer. Thymus, spleen, gut influences immunity. All these glands, organs influenced by nervous system. Spine is designed to have a specific shape. Any other shape will cause stress. Which negatively affects immunity. We are sitting more, and even at the gym, we think fitness, not structure. Everything we do influences nervous system, which regulates the immune system. Become aware of structure, be aware of your mobility, heart rate variability, tells how your nerve system is doing. Deficiency vitamin D, most people have 20, should be 60 to 80. B12 low often ties in with methylation. Ferritin, iron, may be low or very high. With inflammation, it's usually really high. Heavy metals, hard for nerve, immune, endocrine system to work if full of heavy metals. Get rid of heavy metals using specific chelation protocols. There are safe ways and not safe ways to remove heavy metals. Inflammation, root cause of disease. Body will inflame when stressed. Exercise to flood body with O2, which cancer hates. Parasympathetic dominant, rest, recovery, repair. Sympathetic fight or flight, heart rate variability will tell whether you are sympathetic dominant or parasympathetic dominant. Monitor. Parasympathetic need more high intensity workouts, like James. Sympathetic need more walking yoga. Pauline. Autonomic nervous system is supposed to work like a pendulum. Sympathetic dominant are prone to solid tumors of the organs. I have had solid tumor, and I think I have another couple. I have one lump in my neck right now, but it doesn't seem to be growing. It seems okay. And I have a lump in my armpit, which I am more concerned about. But it's been there for a year, and so far, not dead. What was I saying? Oh, parasympathetic dominant are prone to cancers immunological like leukemia, lymphoma, melanoma, and sarcoma, or myeloma. So like you. And it worked out the other way around. Like, we didn't have any kind of tumors or anything. Like, James, he just, well, he thinks he probably had cancer for a long time. But,
a little over 30.
Yeah, but he wasn't diagnosed until not that long ago. When?
2011.
Yeah, but he used to do really high-intensity workouts, like soccer. He played soccer, and he'd run till he puked.
No.
What?
Never puked, but I'd get to the verge.
Oh, okay. But he was very, very high-intensity active. And that's the way he just was. And I was never that way. I walked a ton, but it was never high intensity. It was always hiking sort of stuff, or whatever. Diet: high healthy fat, ketogenic, lots of spices, herbs, vegetables, fruit, no sugar. Sugar's oncogenic and as addictive as cocaine or heroin. Giving it up is a tough 3 days to 2 weeks. Turmeric knocks out inflammation better than anything else. 1 teaspoon equals 150 milligrams. At this clinic, the guy that I'm talking about, they use 3,000 to 5,000 milligrams. So they use the extract. So they're really, really using a lot of turmeric. Berberine stimulates apoptosis in cancer suicide. Berberine with Dong Quai, Angelica wipes out bubonic plague. Just in case we have that coming around soon.
It could happen.
Body makes D3 with B with cholesterol. So if your liver and kidneys aren't healthy, your body won't be able to convert son's D to D3, which your body needs. Breast milk boosts immune system and IQ in babies. Thomas Lokengaard, DDS, NMD, Biological Dentistry. I actually like listening to this guy. Mouth window to rest of body, functional integrative dentistry, how nutrition affects gingivitis, inflammation, disease, which then affects heart, etc. Chronic inflammation affects all chronic diseases. NFKB switch, genetic transcription, cytoplasmic switch that turns on inflammation. Inflammation causes good things, voltage drop, and healing to occur, but when we're chronically inflamed, it ramps up sympathetic nervous system and decreases parasympathetic, and then turns on NFKB switch and turns on inflammation pathways that affect every organ system in your body. Link between root canals and cancer. Root canals fail most of the time. Dead tooth left in mouth, but then the dead space fills with an anaerobic bacteria. Tooth goes bad. Voltage drops in tooth. pH drops. Oxidation leaves area. Anaerobic bacteria move in. They produce enzymes by liquefying us. This causes infection that crosses the gingival sulfus barrier and goes right into the CV system. Cardiovascular. I'm too tired to even understand my own abbreviations, which I use constantly. And to the liver, and produces high specific C-reactive protein. You are now chronically inflamed. Sometimes root canals in anterior segment would be okay, since they're single-rooted. But you leave all these dentinal tubules and caniculi that are open to bacterial infection, and it becomes systemic. Treat with biooxidative therapies. Oxygen. Lack of iodine and lack of oxygen causes cancer. Oxidation, rust. We cannot live without oxygen for more than 3 to 4 minutes. Pathogenic bacteria or anaerobes live without oxygen. Oxygen introduced into area kills all of the anaerobes. Free radical oxidative stress is bad, but oxidative burst in an area kills off the anaerobes, which I did not write. There's a political component to food and death, he said. It was a pun on Food and Drug Association. The metals outgassed from the time they're put in to the time they're taken out. Mercury is very toxic. Affinity for fat tissue, cross blood-brain barrier, and placental barrier. It gets involved with coenzyme reactions and screws everything up. Chlorine, fluoride, lesser halide molecules get into the tyrosine ring, thyroid molecule. Iodine gets knocked off, and you get T3, which is your active thyroid hormone. Mercury messes with that, and ATP production. I lost my thing again. Mercury, don't worry about it. Mercury binding with ATP. Instead of getting 38 molecules ATP when you have a proper oxygenation, when mercury is introduced, you only get 2 molecules ATP, and you become fatigued. Sick has become the new normal. Stress screws up everything. Laughter increases natural killer cells. We're designed to handle short bursts of stress. Chronic stress causes chronic inflammation. Sympathetic overdrive screws up neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are brain chemicals that are produced in the gut. Depression? Look at gut. It all goes back to the gut. Serotonin is made 90% in the gut. Stress and dysfunction, it's all connected. Avoid GMO, propylene glycol, antifreeze. Toxins put into system, and now body has to deal with it. Traditionally, we look for the silver magic bullet to treat cancer. It's not there. We have to look at glutathione, superoxide dismutase, antioxidants. Each cell is designed to fix itself given the right materials. 80% of the cures for cancer are lifestyle, nutrition, antioxidants, exercise. Mercury is banned overseas, but American dentists still use them. Detox mercury by certain foods increase the cytochrome B450 by system, the conjugation of bioxydative bioconjugation of the liver. The liver has to prepare toxins to be removed by the body. Foods like garlic are great. Cloves, broccoli, sulforaphane. Watercress help regulate the genetic switches. Dietary endocrinology. Resveratrol, I don't know, and CVS supplement. I don't know what I was writing there. You'll just have to watch it if you care. D-ribose, acetylcarnitine, get the mineral balance right. Phosphorus to calcium, sodium to potassium. Should be 1 to 1, it's 5 to 1. Omega-3 fatty acids not at right balance. We eat a highly inflammatory diet. Battle is raging at the grocery store. Oil pulling. Honey is a bioxydative therapy because it produces hydrogen peroxide, and you can put it on a wound and heal it without any scarring. All medications are acidic and with side effects. They upregulate the wrong stuff and downregulate the wrong stuff. Food, nutraceutical upregulates the right stuff, balance hormones to control cancer. And OH, I don't know what I was writing there. Molecule, lung, hung in the wrong place, shuts down your receptors. Receptor site sensitivity. It's like a lock and key. These hormones have to hit the right receptor, or they'll upregulate or downregulate the wrong thing. Anti-aging medicine. Bioidentical hormones are not the same as synthetic. Fluoride downregulates iodine. Lancet labeled fluoride as an excitoneuratoxin. It causes cancer. It's a toxic waste. It is crazy that mercury is put in someone's mouth, but if dropped on the floor, it's a toxic hazard. It makes no sense. Placental cord blood, 256 toxins coming from mother, half of which are carcinogenic. Breast milk contains lactoperoxidase. It's a biooxidative therapy. Lactoperoxidase breaks down into hydrogen peroxide. Instead, babies are put on high fructose corn syrup formula. Iodine is the biggest protector of cancer. Acute care in America is excellent, not chronic. So that's all I'm going to read right now because I'm tired and sick. But next up will be Paul Baratiero. And I must.
Oh, that's quite a name.
Yeah, it's pretty long. So I wouldn't recommend that vegan keto book, but if you're going to go on a ketogenic diet, I would recommend a vegan ketogenic diet. Just start sprouting. It's easy.